Hi folks, so in this video what we're going to do is we're going to model a couple of basic little objects here to practice some more SolidWorks skills. The first one here was going to do a little fish here, so it's a little isometric drawing exercise that you might do in class where you end up having a little kind of fish here, kind of looks like Nemo there, and we're given the measurements here. And the other one here in this video that we're going to do is this little, excuse me, this little pharmacy logo as well. So I'm going to start with the fish. That's the one, and we've got the measurements here. You can see the overall length is 160, height is 120, and the width is 20. Okay, and the boxes here are made up in a 20 by 20 grid. So I'm going to actually have to use the boxes to kind of guide me on my measurements here. Okay, so in regards to SolidWorks, what you're going to do is you're going to click on File, click New, set up a new part, and click OK. Now, when that opens up, take a few seconds there. It's going to bring us into the modeling screen. And just to remind us, the area here on the left hand side, this is called our design tree. And the area up here at the top, these are your tabs where you've got all your tools. And the ones that we're going to be using mainly are features and sketch. Now, PC is just catching up a little bit there. Okay, so we've got our features and our sketch tab up here. Features is basically anything to do with 3D. Sketch is more so to do with 2D. Now, to start this drawing of the fish, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a rough outline of it. Okay, I can see lines that are horizontal, and I can see lines then that are obviously going inclined, and then I can see lines that are going vertical. Now, in regards to the fish, I'm going to start kind of using that outline as my guide. So getting back in here, I'm going to start a sketch on the front plane. So I'm going to select front, I'm going to select sketch. I'm going to get my line tool. I'm going to start here on the origin. I'm going to click, going to do a line upwards. I'm going to do a line at an angle here, horizontal. Going to go up at an angle again. Going to go down. I think it kind of comes down like this at an angle. Over like this. Down. Something like that. I think this matches up here. Something to that effect. Horizontal, go back up here and across. Okay, that is the general shape of the fish. Now what I want to do here, okay, let's say by accident if it starts to go sideways on you like that, okay, and you rotate it, if you press your space bar and click this little button here, it's called normal 2, it'll bring you back to normal. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by putting some smart dimensions on it. Now my dimensions are the overall length is 160 and the overall height is 120. So they're the first two I am going to put in. So to get the length, I'll click this line here and I'll click over here as far as the furthest away point and I'll set that to 160. Okay, now I'm going to do the highest point, the lowest point. So click the point at the top, then click the point at the bottom. I'm going to set that to 120. Okay, now that I've done that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a couple of little dimensions here. So all these guys here are kind of 20s and so on. So I'm going to click this guy, drag out, click. That's going to be 20. This guy here, going to click, drag out, click. That's going to be a height of 20. And then I'm going to click this guy, once again drag up, and that's going to be a length of 20. And you can see kind of how I'm doing that. It's kind of working with the 20 millimeter principle, I suppose. So 20 up, and then for this one, I did a length of 20 and a height of 20. This guy here on its own is going to be 20. Okay, now if I go back to the sheet, you'll see here the angular part here for the fin at the top. You can see that it's 2 blocks long, but it's also 2 blocks high, which means that it's going to be 40 long and 40 high. Okay, so if I go back here, click this guy, drag up, I'm going to make this 40. And then I'm going to click this guy and drag out this way, and I'm going to make it 40. Okay, now if we go back and check it, this little angular line, it only goes down 1 block, so it's 20 in height, but you can see it goes across 2 blocks, so it's 40 in length. And it's the exact same with this one going the opposite direction. Okay, so click this line, drag up. This is going to be 40 long. Click this guy. I'll do it inside it. Now try not to get like the linear, or sorry, I suppose the angular dimension there. This one, that I want to be 20. I'm going to do the same with this guy here. Click, drag up, click. I'm going to make this 40. Then I'm going to click this guy, drag out to the right. I'm going to make this 20. And then finally, I'm going to click this guy here. And I need that to be down a height of 40 as well. And you'll see it's kind of getting into shape there now. Now, this little bit here, I'll actually work on this bit over here first. Going to click this line, drag down. Going to make this 20. Going to click this line, drag out, make this 20. Going to click this line, drag down, 20. You can see kind of how we're coming up with the dimensions here. This bit here, very similar. You can see that it's 2 blocks long, but it only goes down 1 block, so it's going to be 40 long, but 20 in height. Then it's going to be the same with this one, 40 long, but 20 in height. And I'm leaving the tail to the end. So this guy here, click, drag down, click, drag down, click, 40. And then in regards to height, hopefully actually I don't have to put in this one. I'll do this line here. Make this height of 20. There we go. Same with this line. That's going to be 40. So click, drag down, click. See, you can kind of go into position there. If I click this line and drag out, you can see it's already 20 there. So I don't think I have to put in that one. I'll take that away. I'll click cancel. Now I'm going to work on these guys here. So this bit here, I'm going to go back to the sheet. You can see it's going across 2 blocks and it's down 2 blocks. So it's going to be 40 long and 40 high. So this line here, I'm going to click, drag down, click. Now that's the 40 already. But in regards to height, I think this one should actually be okay as well. Click, drag out, click. There we go. So that's going to be 40 high. Now, this final little bit in here, it's just a case of kind of figuring it out. So you can see here, this little line here is going to be, it's 1 block down and 1 block long. So that's going to be 20 and 20. But this bit here, it's 2 blocks tall, but only 1 block in length. So it's going to be 20 wide and 40 high. So this one here, I'm going to do this bit. I'm going to make this guy 40. But then in regards to length, I'll click it, drag down, click. I'm going to make this 20. And then finally, what I'll actually do here, the easiest thing to do here is just click this guy. Drag up, that's 20, that's okay, sorry. Press escape, click this one, drag out, click. This is 20. And there we go. So you can see how many dimensions we actually had to do there. That's a good little dimensioning exercise. Now the last little thing that we're going to do inside here is we're going to do the eye. Okay, so to get the eye, it's just a case of positioning it incorrectly. I can see it starts in line with this guy. Okay, then it's over 20, down 20. Okay, so in regards to getting the eye, I'm going to get my line tool. And I want to start above this guy here. So try and stay in line with it. And you can see there, I can kind of get a point there. Click, drag out, click, down to there, click, and across. Now all I'm going to do with that is this. I'm going to click this guy and make it 20. I'm going to click this guy here, make it 20. And then I'm going to click this point and click this line, make that 20. That's already done. Maybe if I click this point and this line, make that 20. There we go. Okay, now, final little task. All we're going to do is we're going to go features, extrude boss base, and I'm going to set the distance here to 20 as well. And take the green arrow. And there we go. There's our very, very simple, basic little fish. Okay, exact same as the dimensions on the drawing. Now, one little thing you could do here, if you wanted to give it a little bit of, I suppose, more detail, you could go to your features and do either a fillet or a chamfer. In this case, I'm going to do a chamfer because it's quite blocky. I'm going to click the drop down arrow and I'm going to select underneath fillet, select chamfer. I'm going to set my dimension over here. I'm going to set it to 5 mil. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to click this face here. Now, make sure you have, no, that didn't actually work. I'll try and change it maybe to 2.5. There we go. And I haven't changed that to 2.5. You can see what it's going to do is it's going to kind of cut in all the edges. I'll do the same to the other side, select the opposite face, and there we go. And I'm going to tick the green arrow. You can see there, it's after giving a few more details to the fish. The final thing I'm going to do here now is I'm going to give a bit of color. I'm going to click this guy here, click the color wheel, drop down arrow. Now, if you do face, it'll do a face individually, but I'm going to do the whole boss extrude step. Okay, so I'm going to click this guy, boss extrude, and watch what's going to happen here. It's probably not going to color the whole thing, but I'm going to get kind of an orange color. Go for a slightly lighter orange. There we go. Take the green arrow. And then finally, I'm going to select this guy. Click the drop down arrow and I'm going to select chamfer. And I'm going to choose a slightly different color here, just a lighter shade. So the last one I chose this one, I'm going to choose a slightly lighter shade. Just that one there. Might even go this. There we go. And take the green arrow. And what you'll see is the chamfer is a different color to the boss extrude. There you go. That there is the fish completed. What we're going to do now is we're going to save it. So I'm going to go File. I'm going to go Save As. Hopefully you have a folder saved in your desktop somewhere. So if you go to your desktop screen, I have a graphics models folder. Okay, if you have something with your name, save it into that. So to open it up, you click desktop, double click the folder where you want to save it into, and then rename it down here. And I'm just going to call it fish model. You can call it Finding Nemo, whatever you want, and click save. And you'll see here the name should change up here at the top. And there we go. That there is now saved. Okay, so there you have it, guys. That there is the first object completed. I'm going to close that down by clicking on the X here. Okay, so the next model that we're going to get onto, having done this one, we're now going to move on to the pharmacy logo here. Okay, and there's a couple of different ways we could do this. I'm going to start off by creating the actual picture frame. Now, if I go to the drawing, to create the frame, what we're going to do is you can see it's 160 in length and it's 120 in height. And then what you have is you have this little other inside part of the frame as well that is going in 10 mil on all sides. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. And then we come down here and we can see it's 20 wide again. So to start a model, all you're going to do is go File and New, click Part and click OK. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start by doing a sketch on the front plane because that is the elevation here. Okay, so if I go front plane and I select sketch, I'm now going to start off by doing, I'm actually going to get a center rectangle. So I'll go to the rectangle tool and select the center rectangle. I'm going to click right in here on the origin, click once, drag out, click. And now we're going to go smart dimension. I'm going to click this line, drag up, 160, enter. I'm going to click this line, drag out, click again, 120, enter. And there we go. We have now got our rectangle. But if you remember, there's a little other rectangle inside it that is obviously 10 up, 10 down, 10 in, and 10 in on either side. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here to sketch. And instead of just drawing another rectangle, there's a really handy tool here called Offset Entities. So if you press Escape to deactivate the tool you were previously on, you're going to click on Offset Entities. You're going to set the dimension to 10. If it's already 10, then excellent. And what you're going to do then is sometimes select chain will be selected, sometimes it won't. But for now, I'm going to click select chain. And you'll see what will happen actually, just to show you. I'll actually take it off for a second. Now watch what happens. When I select the line here, a line will come in on the outside. Now I don't want that line. You can see there, the line comes in on the outside. It's going to be 10 millimeters away because that's the distance I set. But I want it to be on the inside. So to get it on the inside, you might have to click reverse. If it already comes up on the inside, you don't have to select reverse. Now, I could go along and I could select all these lines, or if I did select chain, it'll just do all of them for me. And there we go. So a really handy way there, if you click select chain and tick the green arrow, there we go. Now we have created the little offset on the inside, okay, and there's going to be a 10 mil gap all the way around. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go up to our features tab and select extrude boss base, set the distance to 20. However, we're going to do something slightly different here. What we're going to do is we're going to set the distance to mid-plane, okay? So if I change the word blind here, just move this out a little bit, to mid-plane, you'll see what will happen is our sketch actually goes into the middle, and it's going to go 10 mil to the right and 10 mil to the left. It's still 20, but instead of our sketch being at the back, you'll see here when I change it back to blind, notice how the sketch is at the back, but when I change it to mid-plane, it's now in the middle. I'm going to do the mid-plane for this one. I'm going to tick the green arrow. Okay, next thing we're going to do here now is this. We're going to go to the front plane again, and what's great about the front plane is it's in the middle of our object now. You'll see there it's in the middle. We're going to go to the front plane and select sketch. Okay, now that we've done that, what we're going to do is we're going to use a handy tool here called convert entities. So make sure no face is selected. Go up here to convert entities, and what you're going to do is you're going to select this line here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Select the 4 lines on the inside rectangle, and when you've done that, tick the green arrow and watch what happens. It basically redraws a rectangle exactly the size you want it in the space. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do another boss extrude. We're going to go features, extrude boss base, but this time I'm going to set the distance to, we'll go 5 mil. And once again, mid-plane is correct. Tick the green arrow, and there we go. So it looks like I've kind of got a picture frame now. Now what I'm going to do this time though, is I'm going to select, actually I won't do it this time, I'm going to go front plane again because once again it's right in the middle. I'm going to go front plane and select sketch. So we're doing a sketch once again on the front plane. Now this time I want to draw in the little cross. Okay, now all these boxes are made up of a 20 by 20 grid. So essentially what that means is it's 7 blocks long, which is 140, and it's 5 blocks high, which is 100 and 140. Now I need to get this guy right in the middle. Okay, so to be able to do that, I'm going to imagine there was a line right in the middle here. Okay, and if that line was in the middle of the cross, well then from the middle it'll measure 10 here, down 20, over 20, down 20, over 20, down 20, and back in 10. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go over and I'm going to get a center line. I'm going to look for the midpoint here at the top. If you hover over the line, see the little yellow dot? Click the yellow dot, click once, let go, drag down and go as far as here, onto the yellow dot at the bottom. To deactivate your tool, press escape. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get a normal line. And we're going to go here, we're going to start around here, click on the line, pull it over to the left, go down, left, down, over, and try and map it onto the one that was above it. So you stay in line, click, go down and over. And to deactivate your tool, press escape. So what we're going to do now is we're going to smart dimension. Go up to our sketch tab, smart dimension. I'm going to click this guy, drag up, click 10. I'm going to click this guy, drag out, I'm going to make this 20. I'm going to click this guy, drag out, 20. And once again, click this guy, drag out, 20. I'm going to click this guy here, drag up, 20. And finally, this one here at the bottom, click, drag down, 10. Now the one final one I'm going to do is, I need to dimension from here up to here. So click the point at the top maybe, then click the line, and that distance between them needs to also be 20. And you see it'll pull up into the correct position. Now, press escape. Instead of doing all that again, what I want to do now is I want to mirror that over. So if you go to mirror entities, so sketch tab, mirror entities, in the first box here where it's blue, you can see you can select 2 boxes. Entities to mirror, I'm going to select all the lines I want to copy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then I'm going to click mirror about. I'm going to click this line in the middle because that's my axis line, which means it'll give me a mirror image on the other side. Click. And there you go. Now it's not done until you tick the green arrow. And there we go. There is our little cross sign. Now what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to go features, extrude boss base. I'm going to set the distance here to, I'm going to say, we'll go 15. Mid plane is fine. tick the green arrow. And what you'll see is we've got the little cross in the middle and it's the same on the opposite side. Now what I'm going to do here first is I'm going to colour it in 3 different colours. I'm going to do the frame in one colour and this guy as well. So I'll click this guy, click the drop down arrow and click Boss Extrude. Now if you do face, it'll just do face, but I'm going to do Boss Extrude. If you do body, it'll do everything, but I'm going to do Boss Extrude. I'm going to pick a nice easy colour here. You can play around with appearances if you want. Yeah, I'll go with appearances. I'll do a plastic. I'll go a medium gloss. And I'll do a green. And take the green arrow. Now, inside in here, this bit here, I'm going to click the face. Click the drop down arrow. Click Boss Extrude. This time I'm going to do an LED. Okay, so imagine it's lit up. So instead of a plastic, I'll go down here, I'll look for lights. I'll do LED and I'll do white. And take the green arrow. And finally, last time I'm going to click the cross, drop down arrow, Boss Extrude, because that was the step we did. And then what we're going to do here is I'm going to go LED again, but this time I'll go green and take the green arrow. And there you go. And you can see our little pharmacy logo sign. So that there is a nice simple little exercise. The only difference with that one was doing a bit of dimensioning, a bit of colouring, but we used the mid plane, where our front plane stays in the middle of the object. So there you have it, folks. We'll just save that now. So we'll go up here to File, Save As, click on Desktop, find your graphics model folder, whatever it is, double click it to open it, give it a new name, and we'll call it Pharmacy Sign. And click Save. And there you have it, folks. That there is 2 little objects created. One where we obviously have the pharmacy sign and the other one was the little fish. Hope you found that helpful.